In this video we see how to assign IDs to the Kilobot. So as first things of course is to place the robot on the table under the camera, then send them in an awake mode through the reset. In 8 seconds all the robots get awake, and then the next step is to upload to the robot the assign ID control software. These can be found on the wiki page of the Kilobot, together with all the other control software and other routine to operate ARK and the robots. Once the software is now uploaded on all the robots, reset first and run. So first you run the Kilobot, and they light on in red. Once they are running, in the setup, if you did not find the Kilobot yet, like if in case you are in this kind of situation, you click on find and you should see the right number of Kilobot that you place on the ground. If you don't know the number, just check that all the robots have a blue circle around and not double numbering, in the sense that two robots are found on the same, two circles are found on the same robot. Once this is okay, and the robot, remember, first needs to be run, then you can start the assignment. What happens then now is each robot selects a random number and communicate this random number to ARK. And the ARK can read this number through the camera through a sequence of red and blue that represent zeros and one. So now each robot is giving one digit after the other. That is, here you can check in the shell what's going on. So after this phase is completed, ARK will interrogate each robot to see if decoded the right number. And if the robot's lights on in blue, means that what ARK decoded is indeed what the robot in blue confirmed to have sent through a color-coded way. So now I will pause the video because it takes up to 1 minute after it. One thing that can happen is that the number is not decoded correctly, so the process will reiterate a second time, and that will happen after the robot that did not decode it correctly the color rotate for a couple of seconds. So if the process is not completed after this confirmation step, you will see a few robots rotate a bit and the process restarts, but the second and the third, in case iteration, are much quicker than the first. So now I pause and we see at the end if there is an additional number of robots that requires second turn. Okay, now is the end of the confirmation phase, and we see that some robot soon will move. This robot have done a small rotation, and then among this robot the process is repeated, and eventually you will see in the shell when this is finished. I will show you after this process is repeated what will be the final message to see that the assignment has completed successfully. So here the process just terminated. You can notice this because the image does not stream anymore from the live video, so there is no flickering around the robot in the run. The frame per second stopped. Here show start, so means that the process stopped. You can restart if you want, and then finally you can read it also in the output shell of ARK that the process terminated successfully, assigning a sequential ID to all the 100 robots. Good luck with your ID assignment and with your experiment.